Hello guys, this is the judging crew in Rome. Alvaro Dal Farra, Jason Moriarty and Jose Gaspar. Jason talk about the system in the X-Fighters, the judging system in X-Fighters.
Yeah. So judging system in X-Fighters is a pretty simple one. It's really interesting in that there are 5 judges and each judge looks at a different category or criteria, which is different to most other freestyle motocross contests that are done around the world at the moment. Through these 5 categories, we're not just focusing on guys doing a trick from the takeoff to the landing, but we're looking for the best all-round rider, and these 5 categories hopefully bring up the best in each rider. The 5 categories that we have is challenge and execution, which is the most obvious one that looks at the difficulty of the jumps and how well each jump is extended and executed. The next one is variety, that is the good mixture of jumps, different types of jumps, different movements of the body, different movements of the bike. The next one is the course use, and this is how well the rider utilizes all the different obstacles within the course in the time that he's given for his run, and showing as wide a range of different tricks on the different jumps, and hopefully some creative and different lines. The fourth one is called form and flow, and this used to be called style in the old days, but we decided to just redefine it so that it was a bit more clear to the riders and to the judges and to the audience. And form and flow looks at the way the riders move on their bikes, so in the tricks, but it also looks at the way that they move on the landings and through the corners. So we're really trying to encourage the guys to get a more fluid motion rather than stop-start, you know. And then the 5th category is the 3 E's, which used to be known as show category. It's now been reclassified as energy, entertainment and excitement. And yeah, it's more explanatory to the riders. In the old days they thought it was all about breakdancing and doing sprinklers and coming in with a big sombrero and being a big clown. And for a contest at this level, sure, we want the guys to engage the audience, we want to give them a fantastic show, but it's not a circus, it's freestyle motocross. These guys are freestyle motocross athletes, and that's what they're really good at, so we want them to entertain the crowd through their freestyle motocross performances. So we want them to be exciting, entertaining, and we want them to show a lot of energy and enthusiasm while they're riding. Each judge has to look really in isolation at their category. Before, we found all 5 categories were too broad, so we almost had like 5 overall impression judges, and they started overlapping into each other's categories. Now we really encourage you guys just to look at their category and their criteria, and you know, if you're a track use guy, you're not worrying too much about whether the guy does dead sailors or whether he puts on a good show. You're worrying just about the track use, and so on and so forth for all the categories. And that's what my job is, just to make sure that the guys remain focused on their categories, and at the same time to just be a good connection between the judges themselves, and also between the judges and the riders, and to make sure that all communication is good. And so we always use the feedback from the riders to make sure the judges advance their own sort of skills and knowledge, and then feedback from the judges to the riders will help the riders prepare better for the next contest if they didn't do as well as they could. And even for the really good riders, feedback from the judges just helps them get even better. During the run, the judges evaluate their categories directly on what they see. We don't have time to look at slow motion replays or anything like that. We have to call it as we see it live during the contest. As soon as the run is over, we have a maximum of 30 seconds to get our scores in and sent through. We don't have very long to do it, so the judges have to be very focused, have to be prepared. If they do a lot of preparation and get their scale set and that type of thing, then it goes really quickly, and usually we need it in less than 30 seconds, but 30 seconds is the limit. That's how long we need for them to get their scores together.
Tomorrow night I will be judging variety. I think it's the best difficult.
It's definitely the most technical.
Yeah, the most technical and difficult criteria. And but I'm our judge, no problem.
And Jose?
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be judging the use of cars, so I have to pay attention what kind of trick the rider put and where he put that, you know, and look everything on the cars, and try to balance it, different aspects to those of the cars.
And with the track use, we're not just looking at to see which guy uses the most obstacles on the course. We're trying to see who does what where. So especially on difficult or non-standard jumps, if there's a double or triple line, if there's big gaps or hips, guys who can do really difficult tricks on that will get a higher track use scores than guys who just do the standard regulation tricks on the difficult lines. So yeah, Jose is also going to have his work cut out for him, and he's going to have his eyes sharp and be ready for it. But I think the guys can pull it off, and I think it'll be a good contest here in Rome. The course is looking pretty good, the riders look pretty fired up, and let's see what happens.
Just supporting.
Hey FMX World, we're the judges, Red Bull X Fighters here in Rome, and yeah, let's hope for a really good contest. It's super hot, and hopefully the action down on the course will be even hotter.
Bye bye. Ciao.